All right, let's do some arbitrage. Let's show you what you can do with Tiny. All right, just here at the Tiny Assets website, you can take a look at the market prices on the different chains that it's on. And I got those pulled up right here. As you can see, the BNB chain right here is for 0.9. This chain being the Pulse chain is at 0.7, and this one's at 8. So you can take that over to the calculations because you can view the portfolio just right here on the website. View the portfolio, got that total number there, and then you got the assets under management. You can put that all right there and compare it to the market cap. So for example, if we first step look at the one that's overpriced, that's on BNB chain, and we put that number in right here, 9665. All right, I already have the token supply off of the website there. I already have the assets under management right there from Deep Bank. So that shows that this overpriced one shows that it's 90% collateralized. This is the target, what it actually should be at. So you can compare this number to these three numbers right up here. That's the easiest at a glance way to do it. As you can see, the one that's nearest the correct price is on base chain. So there's no advantage there. That's just the most properly priced one. But you see we are drastically undervalued on Pulse chain and drastically overvalued on BNB chain. So this is not financial advice, but what one of the wallets is going to do, one of the liquidity wallets, that just what common traders might do is just take a look at this and sell whatever Tiny they have into BNB, using those proceeds to then buy it again on Pulse chain. And there you go. And you can always see whether we're over or undervalued. How much would that gain? Let's see. So we have the numbers in here for BNB. We see that we're about 9.5% overvalued. And we compare that to this one, which is the one we'd be buying, selling into that one, buying into the other. 7294. So these should all correlate long term, but short term it's very volatile. And this is about 19.8%. So what is that? About 9.5 plus 19.8. So you're looking at about a 29% gain in the price differential between the Tiny on this chain and the Tiny on this other chain. So that's basic arbitraging of Tiny. Another way arbitrage happens on Tiny is that even if all these prices were the same, you could just compare that to what the target should be and whether that's over or under value, and then it might be beneficial. For some people might think it's beneficial to lower or raise the amount of Tiny they have in relation to other assets, because you could always and this is how institutional investors keep ETFs at the price that they are, because if the ETF is undervalued, they just buy the ETF. If the ETF is overvalued, well, then they can buy the underlying assets instead and even sell any shares of the ETF that they have to buy the underlying assets instead. And so you can see all the underlying assets right here. So you could get any of these assets instead of Tiny anytime that Tiny is overvalued. It would then be beneficial just to sell Tiny and get whatever assets in the portfolio that you want to represent that, or for whatever returns you want. And then when Tiny is below value again, that could potentially be an opportunity to pick some back up. So check that out and let me know if you have any questions.